sort of like that kid that's doing TNA or something.
Yeah. Onita was hesitant because of Dragon Kid's size due to Onita's history of, as a junior, being how easily injured he was.
Yeah.
He eventually was introduced to Ultimo Dragon to Jinsei Shinzaki, who's a relative of his. And he told him that Dragon's wrestling school did not have a size restriction.
That's cool.
They know exactly what it's like to be a fucking cruiserweight or a high
Yep.
flyer. Like, oh, you're tiny. Come on, we'll teach you how to fly.
Yep. And Dragon Kid was actually well, a lot of people claimed he was going to be the successor of Ultimo Dragon.
That would have been interesting to see.
Yeah. Because that's what he originally was supposed to be. Marufuji was a graduate of the Super Tiger Gym, Tiger Mask 1's wrestling gym.
Sayama.
Yeah. He started out within Pro Wrestling Pro All Japan, and he was actually one of the people who jump shipped to Noah. At this time, he would have just lost Noah's junior heavyweight title, and been looking to regain the belt while competing in six-man.
Yep.
Yosaka was at the dojo, the Michinoku Pro Dojo, and eventually joined up with the Ultimo Dragon Dojo. Again, I'm sensing a theme here. He's famous for his Dragon Gate stay and his tag matches. Ricky Marvin is a graduate of the CMLL Wrestling School. He was also trained by his father, Richard Fuentes, Negro Casa, Ringo Mendoza, and Memo Diaz. My text-to-speech really loved that name. And he was wrestling between his masked persona and his unmasked persona at this time.
Yes.
I don't even know how to... OTA was a graduate of the Noah Dojo in 2005. He had a very brief career due to a variety of injuries. At this time, he would have just found success by winning the six-man tournament with Marufuji and Go Shinzaki.
Ota. I'm pretty sure it's
Ota.
pronounced Ota.
Yeah, it's Ota.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, he was a hell of a wrestler, but injuries caught up with him.
He was the Ahmed Johnson of Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yeah. That's a good comparison.
Yeah.
For the wrestling layman.
Even though his promos were in Japanese, he was still more understandable and coherent than Ahmed Johnson.
Yeah.
So.
And somehow spoke better English.
Yeah. Less broken and mumbled.
Yep.
I am not too familiar with Ahmed Johnson. Just refresh me.
There's their secondary series teaching you about wrestling in general.
Yeah. Teaching you about Ahmed Johnson.
Oh, Christ. We want people to stay.
Oh, it'd be hilarious if it was just 90 minutes of us laughing like schoolgirls as he's cutting...
God, there's plenty of other podcasts who do that. Like, we're going to watch shitty matches and giggle. Like, no, I've had it. No, I can giggle. Like, just make an open call and everybody can joke about it. Like, it's so bad.
So, I was unaware that Noah was started by Misawa.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
This was his break-off from All
A
Japan.
New Japan, like, subsidiary or something like that.
No, it was All Japan.
A while it was.
Okay.
Up until...
There was cross-promotion.
Yeah,
and
there was a
stuff.
ton of cross-promotion.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is
I didn't...
Noah's where we got guys like Kenta. It's where Ring of Honor started making their Japanese stuff.
Does someone want to read the wiki entry on Pro Wrestling Noah I provided in the chat?
I could just give you a briff summary because I know the history
Okay.
off the top. It was started by Misawa, Kobashi, and God knows how many other main event players from all Japan, because after Giant Baba died, he left it to his widow, and his widow wanted to push people like Johnny Ace, like basically a lot of Americans. And they didn't like that, so they left, formed their own group, gutted the All Japan scene. and thus forming this. And it was guys like Misawa, Kobashi,
Akiyama, Jun,
Tayu. Basically, 3 of the 4 pillars of heaven. And 2007 would have been around getting close to their, like, just after their peak. And this would have been what was called Heaven's Road. Basically, the 4 pillars of heaven, Kobashi, Jun Akiyama, Misawa, and Tayu at the time, putting on 5-star. They couldn't have a bad match. Mm-hmm. And their six-man scene was actually pretty stacked because it was all younger people, like younger people mixing around with the heavyweights, the light heavyweights. It was fun.
it was basically them, the newer talent displaying themselves the way that the pillars displayed themselves when they were the new kids in the block. And like if you go back and you watch like the years of Jumbo Tsuruta bringing in these youngsters. And then Misawa being punk rock, just fucking forearming the shit out of his mentor in a tag match, saying, "All right, come on, let's go." And it's so like bittersweet in a ways that this younger talent's coming in, saying, "All right, well, we got a match against the Masters tonight, so we're just gonna go ahead and beat the shit out of them as best as we can.
Hit them hard, hit them fast, and make sure you leave an impact."
Yep. Oh, evolution. It's a great thing.
Yep. So, this match, what's going on here?
I don't know the story behind the match, but it looks like it's part of their weekly television show at the time.
Oh, they had a TV show.
Yes, actually, for a long time, it was considered one of the best wrestling shows on the planet. Because it had replays of their pay-per-views from earlier in the year, like before they got the deal. But they also had like Kawada versus Misawa. The first match happened on on the TV show. The match that first broke the 5-star rating.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Yeah, and that match was crazy.
Oh, the Gonzo bomb. Oh my god!
I have heard of CIMA before.
CIMA is legendary. Dragon Kid is noted for his Dragon Gate stuff. Yep, okay. Find Dragon Gate. Yosaka, freelancer, dude's a hell of a talent. Marufuji, dude's a hell of a talent. Ricky Marvin, a lucha libre who broke into Japan from CMLL. Ota, one of the Noah Dojo graduates.
Yeah, one of the promising talents of that dojo. And then, Ricky went to Japan, and first notable appearance, at least from my perspective, was his involvement in the Super J Cup 2000. Went close to the finals. I can't remember if he was defeated by CIMA or Jushin Liger, but the finals were CIMA and Liger. But Ricky did a hell of a performance. But so he wrestled mostly in Noah, notably tagging with Kotaro Suzuki. And their tag matches were fucking incredible. Like, I'm trying to find the one that they did with the Briscoes that has one of the most amazing finishes ever documented.
Marufuji, most famous for his match with Kenta.
Tagging and against.
Yeah. His match with Kenta where it opened with them just punching the shit out of each other. Not slapping, like closed fists, just trying to kill one another for like a solid minute.
We're going to have to find that match.
Yes.
We got a lot of souping to go through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, especially Noah. Like, Noah, we have the early years, some bright spots from when they'd hit rock bottom, and now where they're slowly building back up.
Yeah, they are. They're getting more... they're getting more talked about.
Yes.
I mean, looking back, like, I've slowly but surely been watching newer Noah, because there was a dark point of the company to where I'm just like, I can't watch this anymore. Like, I went back and would watch like the early 2000s to mid 2000s, and I'm just like, will it ever be like this again? Because these are incredible matches being put on by Yoshinobu Kenomaru, Kenta, like all this amazing talent.
It was one of, at one point, people actually talked about Noah as the premier Japanese wrestling group. For a good reason. Like, it had overtaken New Japan for a while.
It really did, yeah. Yeah, especially around the Inokiism era.
Yep. Because it offered what New Japan has now, that storytelling, that arcing story to it. Like, every match had a story. There was no such thing as a throwaway match.
Can we talk about CIMA for a second?
Hell of a talent.
He's going... Yes. And I first heard of him, I think I'm thinking of the right person. Because he did a video with a pineapple or something. Was that him? Do you remember that?
Did you dream this?
Going around.
There was something going around where he's like biting into a pineapple or something like that. Anyway, I think I saw it on Taimiya. They were playing a lot of trash wrestling videos, and he might have done something on Instagram. It was weird, but anyway, so it's like just
yes. He
talk
tears
about him
apart
for
a
a second.
pineapple with his bare hands, and then
yeah. I think I'm gonna find clips of that video and cut it in here. But like, why is he such a cult figure in wrestling?
Well, I mean, he was one of the standout students for Ultimo Dragon's first class, and back when it was called Torimon. They started off in Michinoku Pro, and then had done some television stuff on WCW for a little bit.
yeah, he's one people. He actually has a win over Eddie Guerrero.
Yep, Shima
That's
Nobunaga.
right.
Okay. It's WCW. There's always a WCW connection when someone has this cult, like the guy with the sunglasses. Oh, I'm blanking
That
on
breaks
his name.
nothing down.
Masahiro Chono. Like, Masahiro Chono is such a cult figure. It's mainly because he was in WCW.
Yep. Well, he's a cult figure here. In
Yes.
Japan, the dude's a freaking phenomenon.
Right. Well, yeah, of course. He's
One of the Three
everywhere.
Musketeers.
Yep.
That's New
Freaking-
Japan's, basically their pillars.
And just like in those funny Japanese game shows, just all the time, he's like everywhere and just.
Yep.
He has this
It's
super
so-
cool zombie advert, I think, for Universal Studios.
Yes, the Resident Evil ride.
Yeah, it was really cool. Chono is trying to outrun all these zombies. It's really
In
great.
a suit, like in full, like he looked like a Yakuza member trying to survive the apocalypse while looking as stylish as possible.
So yeah, he's yeah. I mean, Chono, we'll definitely be talking about him in future episodes. But yeah, CIMA really making a name for himself. A lot of people considered his group Crazy Max the new version of Kaienkai DX, which was a big heel faction from Michinoku Pro in Japan at that time before they were a joke in WWF. But yeah, CIMA was basically your punk leader, just did not give a fuck, and they just did whatever they want, and they just did phenomenal tag wrestling, and even in singles competition he made a name for himself.
He is also, I don't know if Naito took this idea from him, he also was infamous for leaving Tokyo Sports with the food bill. Like, they'd interview him, he'd be like, oh, I'll be right back, I'm going to the bathroom, and he's gone.
Oh.
That's funny. That's funny. Like, we always skipped the food bill because like a fan would be paying for it when we would bring him in for PWG, and so which notably among his appearances there, he went 30 minutes with Bryan Danielson, and that was like a huge match. Like nobody really expected it to be as exciting as it was. But like him and Danielson really took each other to the limit when they faced each other.
Oh, I saw that match. It's just there was something about them, they clicked.
We're gonna have to find that one too.
Yes, we'll have to do like a whole little special on like Puro within America
Yeah.
because it's unique.
to say the least.
Yes.
So when I first told you about this match, you said it was stacked. So
Yes,
now
because,
I know a little bit why, because they're all tagging
We
together.
have former Triple Crown champions here. Dragon Kid, who's considered one of... The dude created the Dragon Rana.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The top-
that super cool move that everybody wanted when No Mercy came out, that's his creation.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, continue, please.
And Dragon Kid helped found Dragon Gate, which is considered one of the premier, like, high-flying style wrestling groups within Japan.
Wow. Okay.
Yokosuka, hell of a wrestler. Ota, hell of a six-man guy. Ricky Marvin, luchador in Japan who does well.
Right.
That is literally what he's most famous for. He was one of the first modern luchadors to come over from Mexico and really, like, just mesh with that style.
And supposedly he's making his return soon.
Yes.
To Noah, which I'm trying to find more news on that because I want to see it because I fucking love him in Japan.
Yes, I need to see that too.
So, do you guys want to get into this match?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, Dino.
All right, let me go ahead and push play now.
これまで交わることがないと言われていた者同士が同じリングに立った時衝撃
One thing about Noah, and it's something I loved about their stage, is that ramp that would go all the way to the ring.
Yep. It's one of the best stages in Virtual Pro.
Yeah. So that's where those trunks from 2K18 are from. CIMA.
Yep, those are the CIMAs.
As you can tell, Dragon Kid taking a lot from his mentor at the time.
Who was that?
Ultimo Dragon.
Oh, of course. Duh.
This was during his baggy shorts phase. So it might have drawn a little more influence from Jack Evans, who was also in Dragon Gate at the time as a frequent visitor. Susumu, Yokosuka, one of the best lariats I've ever seen in wrestling.
Yes. CIMA showing off why he's so famous, that freaky balancing he can do.
Mm-hmm. Whenever I would hear this theme, Marufuji's theme, it meant that we were going to get something good.
Yep.
Like, when we were students, like me, this guy Ronan, and a few others, we would watch this best of him and Kenta as tag teams, as the tag team champions and everything else. And even in singles competitions, like, we were just excited to see what was going to happen.
Because I'm going to cut video in post, I'm going to have to mute this video, so I won't be able to hear it. So you guys going to have to make note of any audio stuff.
Yep.
Paper gifts or streamers being thrown.
Oh,
Form of respect. And there you go. You got two aces of different companies facing off, and the pissing contest has begun.
Yep.
So has the streamers thing always been a thing in Japanese wrestling? Or
Yeah,
has
it's
it-
a show of respect.
Okay.
It actually came from the early days of sumo, where before, like, they'd get introduced, they'd throw streamers. They wouldn't throw into the ring, obviously, but they'd throw streamers.
My favorite show of happiness was when Grand Naniwa would be introduced. They would release these whistling balloons that would spiral up into the air.
That's cool. Oh yeah, yeah, no, you showed me a match where they did that. Yeah.
I love when I can understand what they say for a brief moment. Pro Wrestling Noah versus Dragon Gate.
Yes, they mentioned Dragon Gate because this was around the time Dragon Gate was crossing over with everybody.
Now, when I first heard about this match, I got really excited because Japan knows how to do crossover promotion really, really well.
Oh, for a while they had one promotion literally built towards crossing other promotions over. War. Start off with a bit of technical work.
Surfboard hold into a front face lock. Arm here the hammer lock. Side headlock takeover. And scissors.
So one of the things we didn't mention in the first episode is that in Japan there's a thing called fighting spirit.
Yes.
So the matches are a little bit different than in WWE, where they have a different type of build. There's a different pacing toward the end of the matches.
The best way to describe it is they build like an old 80s action movie. You build, you build, you build, you reach that crescendo, and then all hell breaks loose.
Right.
Which, of course, if you're a high flyer, hell breaks loose first, and then you build back up to it. Deja vu! Doing a tunuk there for a second.
Yeah.
Tiger mask fake. And now.
So this isn't Lucha Rules.
No. Lucha Rules is very seldomly used in Japan because clean tags are very much a thing. Here we go.
And the crowds are really getting excited over this one.
Yeah. There's something special. They always know when something special is about to happen because it has that feel to it. This is a six-man tag. This would be a throwaway match anywhere else in the world. It's just, you got two aces of two very prestigious companies.
I don't know if you noticed, like, for a brief moment, they had the stats of CIMA in the corner as they do with the competitors who step in. I like that.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's like the tail of the tape before in Ring of Honor. It actually gives... I like that. That's one of the things...
It makes it feel a lot more legit.
Yes. That's the words I was struggling to find. Yeah. The classic standoff moment.
Evenly matched, so they got to figure... evenly matched in agility, so they have to figure out another game plan. You can't outmaneuver the guy, so you're going to have to either strike him or out-power him.
Play dirty.
Yep.
Which CIMA has no problem doing.
Oh, no, he was infamous for doing that. Poking the eyes, grabbing the nose, bopping the ears. Ota would have just been coming off his victory with Marufuji and Go Shinzake.
Oh!
Case in point.
Yep. Here, shine my shoes.
Would have been coming off his six-man tournament, one-night tournament victory.
I was just thinking about it. I can mix it a certain way where I don't need to worry about the audio from the recording I'm making. So
yeah.
I can just
and straight up talking shit as he puts a boot to him.
Should be okay.
Jaxie hair. Jaxie hair. Oh. Ooh, but you can hear that deep-pocketed forearm.
He rocked him with that one. Like hitting the side of beef with a bat. Nothing fancy about that, just hammer blows straight to the back of the neck.
It's the beauty of Yokosuka. His strikes are very, very evident.
Loud would be a word I'd throw around. There, oh, here we go.
Extra bounce on that one.
Yep.
It's real springy today, this Dragon Kid.
Standing drop kick, and it was beautiful. Those don't look like baggy pants. Those look like Uso shorts.
Yeah.
What are you planning? Oh god!
Yep, one of the many trademarks of Dragon Gate is double teams, triple teams.
Yep.
The Lucha Libre style. Which I think like their main base was like hard hitting, like strong style Lucha Libre.
Yes, it was. It's a very unique combination, but it's a hell of a lot of fun.
You're starting to see more of that classic tag team wrestling in NXT, where the team ups and stuff like that. But I wish you saw it more on the main roster. Hopefully, once Triple H takes over.
Yep. It's because it's old school as all hell. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. Like it's called a team for a reason.
Yeah, the Revival were the ones doing it on the main roster,
Jesus.
but they
Watch this. Watch this.
bad luck.
A triple drop kick while flipping one in the middle.
Yep.
Oh, Ricky getting a little angry.
Yeah. Dragon Kid showing that Lucha Libre training he got from Ultimo.
One of his signature
Nowadays,
maneuvers.
people call that the off cutter.
Now I see where Ospreay got it from.
Oh yeah, Dragon Kid. Woo! Love that. Dragon Kid definitely had many ways of getting into it.
Yep.
Man, he got some air on that drop kick.
And spring.
It's classic Lucha Libre. They realized, Jesus, that was awesome.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
They realized the ropes are screwed in tight. As I've said, Japanese rings are basically a boxing ring that's just modified.
Man, OSW did the first Raw the other day, and those ropes were loose as hell, man.
Yep.
Wow. I would be
Boxing,
very afraid to wrestle on that.
not boxing, kickboxing ropes.
Yeah, like I would not be comfortable with that.
Enziguri.
The Matrix move.
Yep.
Yep.
I'd like to think I invented that. Pushing his ass down a couple of inches.
Oh, what are they planning?
Double knees. Back elbow.
Jesus.
Cima using that double stomp and backstabber.
What?
Double stomp rolled through backstabber. That was a unique combination.
Yeah.
Showing you how good he is structuring teamwork. Blood Generation, Typhoon, or Crazy Max, whatever faction he was a part of, it always showed.
Ricky Marvin using that Lucha Libre style. Here we go. Cima and Marufuji.
Damn, girl, calm down.
Oh, God! Oh!
The original, the proprietor of the Super Kick Party, Marufuji.
Yep.
That's not being a jokester, folks. Oh, Lariato! But that is definitely not a play on words, folks. If you watch Marufuji's matches, before the Bucks even became a thing, he was the guy who did the super kicks all the time.
Stalling powerbomb. He stalled him for like a second, but it was literally just to set him up. Here we go.
Yeah.
Backstabber.
Jesus.
Or lung blower, whatever the hell you want to call it.
If you were to watch WWE, you know half of these moves existed.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, even 205 Live doesn't really do this type of stuff anymore.
No way.
Indian deathlock with a suplex, or brainbuster as they call it. Hadouken! Iconoclasm!
whoa.
One of his signature moves, usually followed by his beautiful frog splash. Shades of D-Lo Brown coming up.
That's a heck of a... Oh, caught the knees.
Yep.
Heck of a distance on that frog splash.
I was about to say that was single knee face buster.
Codebreaker!
Or Codebreaker, yeah. Freaking yeah, Kenta uses that currently on 205 Live. Oh god.
Double stomp!
A literal
Jesus.
double stomp. Here we go.
Ducks under. Nope. Octopus.
Yeah, modified octopus.
Nice break there by Ricky.
Yeah.
Could be time for someone to fly. Oof. Blockbuster.
Yeah. Second rope blockbuster. Probably one of the more
Oh.
unique.
Taking him for a spin.
Causing all the blood to rush to your extremities.
One of the most
Speeding it up.
Yep.
one of the most underrated moves. Like, people say
This giant
say-
swing,
yeah.
like all of it.
Yeah,
Oh, he's kicking it into third.
it might look silly, but
It works. It
no one wants to
legitimately
be
works.
in that. Yes, no one wants to do that.
You are being spun at very high speeds.
Yeah, even for the and like the classic
Oh my
WWE
God.
announcer says, yeah, even for the guy spinning, it's not fun.
Yep.
Dragon Kid. Oof. Cut your dream short.
Yep. Cut the comeback short. Dragon Kid just trying to do everything to survive here. Tiger feint.
Shotgun
he
drop
sold
kick.
that.
He sold that 619 pretty well.
Yeah.
As well as he should.
Yes.
He sold it like how Punk used to do it, like he was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
And now Susumu going
No.
for it. No!
Rope assistant. Bulldog.
Kid's holding his own.
Yeah.
Back elbow. Whoop, thrown over. Sin Cara kick. Big boot. Flying clothesline. Yeah, no way.
Not with their tag partner still conscious. Oh, here we go. Outside starting to break down. Oh, Cima just threw somebody.
You could hear it.
Yep. That's one thing I love about these barricades. When people hit them, they echo.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good storytelling. You might not be able to see it, but you can hear it, and you kind of know exactly
What
what
are you
happened.
planning, you crazy? Holy crap! Oh god.
Super
oh,
kick.
God.
Oh boy. Say goodbye to your head. I hope you liked it.
Count to 100. Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
would not have
Marufuji
picked out
sliding
of
in
that.
there.
So the thing Dragon Kid did from the top rope, was that a poison Rana?
Poison Rana is the reverse Rana. Dragon Rana!
On the ramp.
Yep.
Yokosuka cutter. Nope. Schoolboy. Woo!
My goodness. This is where the "This is awesome" chant would have started.
Yeah.
Arigato!
Oh, here we go.
Damn! I forgot about that.
Jeez.
You fought brave, kid.
Yeah. You fought brave, but you ain't winning this. Ignore the
Wow.
You said it, Dragon Kid.
Sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just brush it
I
off.
got siblings who work, so.
It's okay. Man, hell of a match.
People talk about six-man tags, awesome six-man tags. They usually mention this in Michinoku Pro. And now New Japan's starting to get thrown around in there, so.
Yeah, New Japan does a lot of six-man tags. It's a good way to include your roster. WWE is starting to do a lot of that more instead of just not letting people on TV. They just do a lot of more tags, which some people complain about, but.
Oh, are they gonna shake? Not for now.
Gonna have to find translations for this.
Yeah.
On behalf of Dragon Gate, thank you very much.
Probably thanking Noah for letting him be here. The crowd for having him.
Oh, he's looking for Ota.
Yeah.
Oh, that got cut off.
Yep, that's it.
But
That was very awesome. There's like I was saying in New Japan, they're starting to do a lot of they're really underrated. Those six-man tags in New Japan are some of the best spectacles they put on. It's very different in WWE where those are little trash throwaway matches.
Yep. As I said, Japan has realized you can't have a throwaway match. Every match has to mean something.
Yeah, even if it's not consequential in the title hunt, story-wise they make it mean something for the individuals in the match. Like they set up
good
feuds.
Example of that now would be Ishii versus Suzuki.
Right. Yes.
A feud that started over the Never Belt and the Rev Pro World Title that's just devolved into this blood feud between the two.
And whenever they're in a tag match, that's the story of the tag match.
Yeah.
Everything else is just a side stuff. But the main story is whatever Suzuki and Ishii are doing. Oh man, did you hear the crowd when Suzuki elbowed Ishii and people in the crowd gasped oh god.
Yep. Because it was loud as hell. It was one of those elbows that was just like crack. Did he shoot him?
It was please don't kill him.
Oh, it's Ishii. The dude's built I've heard this many times, and I love saying this. Ishii is built like a fridge with a chia pet on top of it. He's also one of the few guys on the planet where if he lays down on his side, he's the same height.
That's awesome. Yeah, him and Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, Cobb.
Jeff
They're
Cobb.
both wide.
Thick boys. Well, so how about for the next episode, we do that Michinoku Pro Kaientai DX versus Team Michinoku.
Versus whoever, because Michinoku Pro in the 90s was incredible.
Yep.
So.
Just
And
to
had
keep
some of
find
the
out
hottest crowds on the planet, and that's saying something.
Yeah,
on
they
this-
really got into it.
keep-
Small gymnasiums packed to the brim, just losing their minds over these matchups. Because every matchup that they had was just fire.
Well, this was. I think we're gonna call this episode 1.
Yep.
I
Sure.
think this is gonna be episode 1. I think we kind of. I wanna add a little bit more structure. I'm gonna try and do some more little segments for the show. Like I kind of wanna, if I can find like what else is on this card. So if someone wants to go find this whole pay-per-view, they can do that or whatever. But yeah, I'm excited for what we can build with this thing. I think we've got a good pattern going here, guys, and I thank you for joining us on this experiment.
No problem.
Yeah, man. Always fun.
So, anyone want to promote anything? Dino, you got anything coming up?
You can watch me or my roommate, Howdy Price, on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Check your local listings for that. We're also on the Fight Network app. But, yeah, also follow me at Dino Winwood on Twitter, or DizzleWizzle983. The spelling is pretty much how it sounds. And, yeah, if you want to see me call matches or manage, just let your promoters know. I mean, I'm just a manager. I never heard a high demand for it, but whatever. But yes. So, and most importantly, keep watching or listening to the show.
Yes.
Do both.
Please.
Yeah.
Blake, what's your socials? What you got doing? You doing
Blake
anything?
at BlakeHeaded1 on Twitter.
Awesome.
That's the only thing I got right now.
That's cool, man. Hey, you got this.
Yeah.
Let's try and build this into something. 'Cause
Yep.
I think we got something cool going here. I am at HeelMaggle, HeelMaggle, on Twitter. And I thank everyone for joining us on this new thing we got going here called Teaching an American About Puroresu. I just realized the other day that it stands for TAP.
Sure. If you want to get all, like...
It's the TAP podcast.
Sure. Whatever. This is going to get a lot of people mixed up and shit.
But I thank everyone. We'll call it here. And join us next time. Hopefully we'll be doing a Michinoku Pro thing. Thanks,
We will.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Get out. Go back to your porn.